Welcome back to Be the Man. It's about mid-August here in the South. Got an important inspection today. In fact, I'm really hopeful to be able to put a honey super on top. The bees have been, we've been feeding them some, but they've been real active, a lot of bees, so we're anxious to get into this box and see what we got. So we'll be back to you in just a minute. Now let's see what we have. We're going to take a frame out. The last time we looked, if you remember, we had about 5 frames with action on it. Really looks like a quick inspection. If you bring the camera over and look down in there, it really looks like we're going to have built out comb in maybe 7 or 8 frames, which is really good. Really means we got to get that honey super on really quick before they decide they've run out of room. So let's see what we find here. Let's start here. Well, it's one thing when it's been a little bit. This one's really glued down to the side. Really good. And this is the outermost frame, which is a lot of times the last one that they do. And what do we have here? We have almost a fully drawn out frame with fresh honey. See how nice and white that is? Same thing on the other side, although not quite as much. I just want to make extra sure that I don't accidentally run into the queen. I do see a drone or two there, which is kind of interesting. Just going to set this frame down. And watch out, little bees. I need to move. There we go. Set that frame there to give us a little room to work. And let's just see what we find. It's amazing how glued together this is. I can see why they don't like the smoke, because I sure don't like it. Now, this frame is heavy without me even looking. What do we see on that side? Oh wow, fresh drawn out frame with capped honey. You see honey all in that frame? That's a lot of honey being ready to be put up there. Now I'm going to set this one down also. And just like that. And now I've got room to work. Bring the camera over to this side and look in here. And you can see another frame completely drawn out. Do you see that frame? Look at that frame completely drawn out. So we're just gonna, got a little room to work now. Don't have to take any more out. I mean, you don't have to remove any more. But let's see what we find. Ooh, that smoke got me there. Wow. Very heavy. What does it look like on that side? See all the capped honey up top? That's capped honey. Wow. That's exciting. And I'm going to say that's at least 10 pounds right there. Boy, I've got to move this. That's about to kill me. Well, now look at this frame from this side, and look at all the raw honey in there, not capped yet. Can you see what's not capped? It's not capped because the moisture is not right yet for them. Now we've got brood on this one, which is really good. Outstanding. So the queen's doing her job. A lot of brood on that frame. So that's really good. Really neat what we're seeing here. Just amazing what God's creatures can do. All right, so we've got, this will be the 5th frame that we're looking at. Wow. This frame has so much on it, it's really hard to even get out. Boy, uncapped honey. Same thing there. See honey up top and uncapped honey. That frame probably weighs 10 pounds also. It's another heavy frame. Wow. Wait till you see this one. Wow, look at that. And it wouldn't surprise me if that doesn't weigh 10 or 15 pounds. That's just raw, pure honey. And keep an eye out for the queen, just in case. Wow, that's a lot of honey, and that frame is full. We found the queen, and she's in the second box, which is really interesting. So, real quickly, we're going to look at these others. And I'm a little nervous because I have to take this box off to get to the second box, get to the bottom box. And there's a box of brood, some brood and some capped honey. And wow. Can you bring the smoker over? I need to put just a little smoke. Can you put a little smoke right there in that hole there? Put it down there all where they can feel it. There you go. I need them to get down. There you go. I don't want to crush any. All right, we have the same thing here. I'm not going to take all of these out, but I'm going to separate them just to see. See, they're there. We have capped honey. All of that whole frame is capped honey. And that side is honey. Wow. We have uncapped honey there. Folks, what this tells me is I've almost waited too late to inspect my hive because this box is completely full. And which I suspect that bottom box is going to be full as well. But they've drawn these frames out completely. All 9 out of the 10 frames are drawn out on this box. It was a successful inspection. We found the queen, which was good. The box is completely full, which I don't know if that's good or not. But I'm putting a queen excluder on. I'm going to put a honey super on top. So if I can get the bees off just a moment. So, queen excluder is on. I got to readjust a few things. So we're going to put a honey super on. See the bees climbing up through there? That's good. That means the bees can get through there, which is terrific. All right. So now we have a queen excluder, 2 full boxes of bees, and now we're going to put some frames in and let them begin to build this out. So the bees will now hopefully put honey up here as the brood hatches out below. They'll just recycle that compartment down below and have honey here. There's more than 50 pounds of honey down below for them. There's probably 60 pounds of honey, so they're fine. They've got honey that they can store for the rest of the season if they need be, and now hopefully we'll get 10 or 20 or maybe 30 pounds of honey between now and the fall as the fall nectar flow starts here in our area. By and large, it's agriculture around us. We have cotton around us, we have beans, we have corn, we have wildflowers and that sort of thing, so it's a mixed bag at this point. But where we are, since we're in a rural area, about 25 miles from the city, where the city's really past their nectar flow completely, we're still getting nectar out here in the country, if you will, and that's a good thing. So as you can see, we have bees everywhere. We're not going to feed them right now because it looks like they've got all that they need. and we're going to see what happens. I'll be anxious to look at just this box in about a week to see what they're beginning to do in here. So as we like to say, for Be the Man, every day, or everybody's going to die one day, but we're going to live every other day. And as we watch God's creatures, the bees, work, we'll be back to you in a week or so, and we'll see if in fact we begin to get some bounty, some extra. We're not robbing anything that the bees need, but we'll be getting some extra for our own consumption. So for Be the Man, have a great day. We'll see you next time.